Hi kids, I'm Igal. This week's parsha is called Ki Tavo. Ki Tavo is the seventh parsha and the last book of the Torah Dvarim. What does it mean, the word Ki Tavo? Ki Tavo means as you arrive. As you arrive to where? As you arrive in the land of Israel. There are many mitzvot that Hashem tells us that we need to keep when we arrive in the land of Israel. We need to be kind to each other. Mitzvot ben adam lechavero. As well, there are mitzvot that relate to the land itself. For example, mitzvat bikurim, the first fruit that we see on the tree, we need to give to Hashem. We're not allowed to keep to ourselves. Why is that? Why do we need to give the first fruit to Hashem? The reason is because to show Hashem how much we thank Him for giving us the land of Israel and the Torah. We're telling Him, by giving Him the first fruit, that this is yours. Because of you, we could have a land and the Torah, and the fruit is a present for how much we appreciate you. Today I want to share with you a story about two special people, Rachel and Akiva. Rachel and Akiva were amazing people that we can really learn from them how much they love the Torah, and by loving the Torah we can learn how much Hashem will reward them back for all the effort they have done for learning Torah. Many years ago, there was a guy called Akiva. Akiva was a shepherd. Every day he walked with his sheep for make a living. He was a very poor guy. I'm Akiva. I'm a shepherd. I'm a very poor man. Look at my sheep. One day, he met a very wealthy person. His name was Gllboa. Gllboa was very rich. He had a lot of money. My name is Gllboa. I'm a very wealthy person, as you can see. But one thing he precious the most, and that was his daughter, Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm Gllboa's daughter.
Many people wanted to get married with Rachel, but no one was good enough for Gllboa, her father. One day, Akiva came to Gllboa and he said, "Can I work for you?" Gllboa said, "Yes, absolutely." A few days after, Akiva met Rachel and they decided to get married. Gllboa, Rachel's father, heard that they're going to get married. He was very angry and he said to Rachel, "I do not allow you to marry Akiva." So Rachel said, "Why?" So Gllboa said, "Because he is a poor guy. He's just a shepherd. He's not like us." So Rachel said to Gllboa, her father, "I can see a lot of kindness in Akiva's eyes, and that's enough for me." So Gllboa said, "If you're going to get married with Akiva, I promise you, you won't get any money from me when I'm dying." So Rachel said, "I don't care." And a few days after, Akiva and Rachel got married and they lived in their house. They were very, very poor. The only thing they had was a field of straw. That's the only thing they had. And Akiva said to his wife Rachel, "We are so poor. The only thing I can give you is straw." Eliyahu Hanavi saw that Akiva and Rachel are really struggling as poor people. He decided to show Akiva and Rachel that there are poor people in the world and they should be happy what they have. So he sent to them a poor person. The poor person arrived to their house and said to them, "I don't have any bed for me and my wife. Do you have by any chance some straw that I can take and build for my wife?"
"I'm a very poor person. I don't have any straw to build a bed to my wife."
So Akiva and Rachel said, "Absolutely." They were so happy. They said, "We have so much straw, take some and you can build a beautiful bed for you and your wife." Akiva and Rachel realized that there are poor people in the world and they should be happy what they have. Akiva said to Rachel, "Now I need to go to work because we can't be poor all our life." But Rachel said to Akiva, I don't want you to go and work. I want you to go and learn Torah. But Akiva said, if I won't work, how would I make some money? We shouldn't be poor all our life. So Rachel said to him, with the Torah, we can't be poor. So I want you to go and learn Torah. So Akiva listened to his wife, and he went to learn for 12 years Torah. Akiva did not see once his wife Rachel in the last 12 years. After 12 years, he came back to see Rachel. He thought Rachel would be so happy. Now when he comes back, he can go work. But Rachel said to him, I can see in your eyes that you still want to learn more, and I want you to go and learn more Torah. So Akiva went and learned 12 years more Torah. In those times, many people came to Rachel and said, oh, Akiva won't come back, you'll see, he will forget about you, it's been so long. But Rachel did not listen to them. She said, when Akiva will be ready, he will come back to me. And after 12 years, Rachel saw suddenly someone coming from the window. And she heard a lot of noise. She saw a big rabbi walking on the street, and behind him 24,000 students of him walking behind him. She went down to the street, and who did she see? Her husband Akiva. Rabbi Akiva and Rachel got together after so long haven't seen each other. In the same time, Gllboa, who was a very sad person, he was so sad because he regretted that he promised not to give any money to Rachel, and he haven't seen her in all those years. He heard that a big rabbi is coming, and maybe only the rabbi can go to him by getting his promise go away. So he arrived to the big rabbi, and who does he see? He sees Rabbi Akiva. And Gllboa said to Rabbi Akiva, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I promised not to give you any of my money only because you were poor and you were a shepherd. So Rabbi Akiva said to him, I forgive you, and your promise doesn't exist anymore. And for that day long, Rabbi Akiva and Rachel lived very, very happy with a lot of Torah and enough money that we won't be poor anymore. So what can we learn from this beautiful story of Rabbi Akiva and Rachel, and how it relates to our parsha? The first thing we should always know, that we should never judge a book by its cover. As Gllboa, Rachel's dad, didn't want her to marry Akiva, only because he was poor and a shepherd, and he wasn't wealthy and rich like them. Well, he didn't know that Akiva will become Rabbi Akiva, and he will have so many students follow him, and he will be one of the smartest people in the whole world. Another thing that we can learn from this story is how important it is to show how thankful and grateful you are for Hashem. That you understand that you are here not only because of yourself, because Hashem created you and gave you all the things that you are living with. Rabbi Akiva and Rachel understood that they have to show how they are thankful for Hashem by learning Torah. And it's exactly like our mitzvah of mitzvat bikurim, that we have a tree with fruits. The first fruit we should always give to Hashem. Why? Because we show Him how grateful we are that He gave us the land and everything else, including the Torah. Shabbat Shalom.